Seoul, South Korea. A growing debate is spreading across the K-pop community as millions of fans question why Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS, has yet to secure a high-profile international collaboration despite his global popularity. The whispers began as speculation, but they have now surged into trending hashtags and global headlines. Taehyung's immense star power is undeniable. His solo projects consistently chart worldwide, and his presence at fashion shows makes headlines from Paris to New York. Yet when it comes to global music collaborations, fans note an unusual absence. Why is one of the world's most recognizable voices not appearing alongside other international superstars? Social media has become the epicenter of the debate. Phrases like #JusticeForV and #Let Taehyung Collaborate have trended worldwide, reflecting a rising suspicion. Is HYBE deliberately holding him back? For fans, the idea feels increasingly plausible given the company's silence. Observers note that HYBE has not addressed the issue directly, instead choosing to highlight Taehyung's fashion partnerships and solo appearances. For some fans, this shift feels calculated, as if the company is steering his image toward lifestyle branding rather than music. "We love seeing him shine in fashion," said a fan spokesperson in London. But Taehyung is, above all, a musician. Cultural critics suggest the absence of collaborations is unusual given BTS's history of high-profile partnerships, from Coldplay to Halsey. If other members have received similar opportunities, why not Taehyung? The imbalance has become a focal point for fans determined to uncover the truth. International outlets have begun covering the controversy. Billboard described Taehyung as an artist with untapped global potential, while The Guardian framed the debate as a question of artistic freedom. The issue, once confined to fandom spaces, has now entered mainstream cultural conversations. Financial analysts say the controversy could have real consequences for HYBE. Perceptions of favoritism or restriction can undermine investor confidence, explained Park Sung-hoon, a Seoul-based market strategist. BTS's brand has always been built on equality among its members. Any deviation threatens that image. Meanwhile, ARMY's activism grows stronger. Fans have organized digital campaigns demanding fairness, with petitions translated into multiple languages and billboards appearing in major cities. The message is clear. Taehyung deserves the same global opportunities as his peers. Some insiders speculate that corporate strategy is at play. HYBE may be focusing on staggering member projects to maximize long-term visibility. But without transparency, these theories only fuel further suspicion among fans. Silence, once seen as neutral, is now interpreted as obstruction. Industry experts warn that the controversy is reshaping how fans view K-pop management. "This isn't just about Taehyung," said Professor Lee Ji-hoon from Yonsei University. "It's about the tension between corporate control and artistic freedom in the global age of fandoms." Old interviews with Taehyung are also resurfacing. In one, he avoided directly answering whether he had creative control, replying only, "I just do what I have to do." Fans now see this as a subtle signal, a quiet acknowledgement of restrictions behind the scenes. The absence of collaborations has also drawn attention from music critics abroad. American journalist Sarah Klein wrote, "In any other industry, an artist of Taehyung's stature would already be collaborating with the biggest names in pop. The fact that he hasn't raises serious questions." ARMY's frustration continues to mount. "We are not asking for favoritism, only fairness," said a fan organizer in Brazil. Their statement echoes across continents, amplified by millions who share the same sentiment. In Seoul, protest trucks have appeared outside HYBE's headquarters, flashing LED messages demanding justice. The sight has become symbolic of fandom power in K-pop, a reminder that silence no longer goes unchallenged. Meanwhile, Taehyung himself has remained composed. His quiet presence at public events contrasts sharply with the storm surrounding him. For fans, his silence is both inspiring and painful, a sign of resilience, but also a reminder of constraints. Global brands are quietly monitoring the situation. Luxury fashion houses continue to feature Taehyung prominently, but analysts warn that prolonged controversy could complicate partnerships if fans believe his music is being sidelined. Financial volatility adds pressure. HYBE's share price has shown dips aligned with major protest campaigns, reinforcing the link between fan sentiment and corporate value. Fans are stakeholders now, noted financial expert Han Soo-jin. Their voice directly affects the market. International solidarity continues to grow. Other fandoms have expressed support, noting similar frustrations in their own idols' careers. The Taehyung case is quickly becoming a symbol of wider struggles within the entertainment industry. Psychologists warn of the toll such controversies can take. When an artist's autonomy is in question, it can impact both mental health and creative output, explained Dr. Park Min Seo, a clinical psychologist in Seoul. Fans echo this concern, worrying more for Taehyung's well-being than his career milestones. As pressure mounts, questions remain unanswered. Why hasn't Taehyung collaborated with international artists despite his global fame? Is HYBE prioritizing its own strategic interests over his artistry? And how long can silence hold back a storm this loud? For now, the debate rages on. What began as whispers has grown into one of the most vocal fan-led movements in recent memory. Until HYBE addresses the concerns, the world will continue to ask, is Taehyung being held back, and if so, why? Industry insiders believe the controversy surrounding Taehyung could serve as a pivotal test for HYBE's management model. Unlike smaller agencies, HYBE's global presence makes it far more vulnerable to reputational risk, especially when amplified by international media. Analysts in Europe point out that the case may influence how Western record labels perceive partnerships with K-pop companies. Transparency is crucial for collaborations in the US and Europe, said cultural strategist Amanda Liu. If HYBE is seen as limiting one of its brightest stars, it could deter potential partners. In the Middle East and Southeast Asia, regions where Taehyung enjoys immense popularity, fan-led campaigns have grown rapidly. Supporters in Indonesia, the Philippines, and the UAE have launched their own billboards and online petitions, signaling that frustration is not confined to Western audiences. The South Korean government may also face pressure to act. As K-pop continues to be promoted as a key cultural export, controversies like Taehyung's treatment could spark calls for greater oversight of artist welfare. Lawmakers have previously intervened in similar cases, and observers say they may be forced to address the matter again. Financially, the long-term impact could be significant. If trust between ARMY and HYBE continues to erode, it may affect album sales, concert attendance, and merchandise revenue once BTS resumes group activities. The group's unity has always been its selling point, noted market analyst Han Jun-suk. Even perceived imbalance threatens that foundation. Critics also argue that HYBE's silence may embolden rival agencies. Competing companies can capitalize on the controversy by presenting themselves as more artist-friendly, attracting both new talent and fans dissatisfied with HYBE. The scandal is shaping narratives in international entertainment journalism. Headlines in US, UK, and Japanese outlets increasingly frame Taehyung's situation as emblematic of the struggles artists face in tightly controlled industries. This growing framing risks overshadowing HYBE's achievements and positioning it as a symbol of exploitation rather than innovation. Fans themselves are exploring new tactics beyond hashtags and billboards. Some have begun contacting shareholder groups, emphasizing their influence on HYBE's valuation. Others are preparing open letters to international regulators in entertainment and labor rights, hoping to elevate the issue beyond fandom. If HYBE fails to respond decisively, experts warn that Taehyung's controversy could escalate into a case study in business schools and media circles worldwide. Already, universities in the US and UK are discussing the situation in lectures on fan culture and corporate accountability.